Welcome back to AI Signal and Noise. It is Tuesday, and we have some absolutely mind-blowing news today, dude. I am Taylor.
And I am Morgan. Mind-blowing is a strong word, Taylor, but I have to admit, today's lineup is actually pretty fascinating. What is first?
Oh, just a Turing Award winner launching a brand new startup to completely reinvent how AI agents learn. No big deal, right?
Okay, you definitely have my attention now. Let's dive right into that one. Which Turing Award winner are we talking about here?
So Richard Sutton, who basically co-founded modern reinforcement learning, just launched a brand new startup called Oak Lab in Toronto.
Wait, Richard Sutton? That is huge. He is an absolute legend in the field. What is the main mission for Oak Lab?
Dude, he is calling current deep learning methods weak and inefficient. He wants to build AI agents that actually learn continuously from their environment.
Weak and inefficient? Those are fighting words in the AI community right now, especially with LLMs dominating everything.
I know, right? But he argues that true intelligence can't just be a static model trained on the past. It has to adapt.
Continuous learning is notoriously hard. Right now, we train models on static datasets, and then they are frozen. Is he trying to break that?
Exactly. He thinks frozen models are a dead end. He wants agents that learn on the fly, just like humans do when we interact with the world.
It sounds incredible, but the compute costs for continuous training in real time must be astronomical. How does he plan to solve that?
Well, according to the decoder, they are focusing on self-supervised reinforcement learning. He thinks this is the only path to true adaptable intelligence.
I mean, if anyone can pull it off, it is Sutton. But building a startup around this is a massive gamble. Research is one thing, commercializing it is another.
True, but imagine an AI that gets smarter every single second you use it. That would be so cool. It is like having a real partner.
Or a real headache if it learns the wrong things from a bad environment. We will definitely be keeping a close eye on Oak Lab.
Totally. But honestly, the idea of moving away from these massive static LLMs is super exciting. It feels like the next big frontier.
It is a necessary shift for sure. But speaking of making LLMs smarter, didn't Stanford just release something related to agent training?
Yes. Stanford researchers just introduced Trace. It is a capability-targeted training system that turns agent failures into synthetic RL environments.
Wait, so it takes the mistakes an AI agent makes and uses those exact failures to train it? That sounds like a meta-learning loop.
Yes, exactly. They noticed agentic LLMs keep failing the same way because they lack specific, reusable capabilities. Trace diagnoses those gaps.
It is like a targeted software patch, but how does Trace actually diagnose the gaps? Is it automated?
Yes, it analyzes the agent's own trajectories to find where it consistently fails, then synthesizes a verifiable training environment for that specific capability.
Oh, interesting. So instead of just guessing why it failed, Trace actually isolates the failure, creates a custom training ground, and trains a LoRa adapter for it.
Yes, dude. And then it routes tokens across these expert adapters. They tested it on SWE Bench verified and reached a 73.2% pass rate.
Wow, a 73% pass rate on SWE Bench is actually massive. That benchmark is notoriously difficult for software engineering tasks.
Right? And they got a 15.3-point bump on Tau squared bench too. It is like giving the AI a personalized tutor for its weaknesses.
I like this approach because it is targeted. Instead of retraining a whole model, you are just patching the specific holes in its skills.
Exactly. It is so much more efficient. It is like, why study the whole textbook again when you only failed the algebra section?
Exactly. But I wonder how well it scales when you have thousands of different failure modes. Does it just create thousands of tiny adapters?
That is a fair point, but the routing system seems to handle it. It is a super clever way to handle agentic training.
It definitely is. It is a practical step forward while we wait for Sutton's continuous learning dream to become a reality.
Speaking of the future, things are getting pretty heavy in the economics world. Over 200 economists and AI leaders just issued a massive warning.
Let me guess, the AI is going to take all our jobs warning? Who is actually signing on to this statement?
Dude, 16 Nobel laureates, plus representatives from Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic. They say the window to prepare for AI's economic impact is closing fast.
16 Nobel laureates? Okay, that is a serious amount of intellectual weight. What exactly are they warning us about?
They are saying the AI transformation could surpass the Industrial Revolution, but unfold in a tiny fraction of the time. We're talking lightning speed.
That is the scary part. The Industrial Revolution took generations to play out, allowing society to adapt. If this happens in a decade, it could be chaotic.
Plus, they are calling for global coordination. They say if one country regulates and another doesn't, it won't work.
That is the classic geopolitical trap. It is a prisoner's dilemma for AI safety and economic readiness.
Totally, but here is the catch. According to the Decoder, the paper doesn't actually propose any concrete measures or solutions yet.
Classic academics. There's a massive crisis coming, but we don't know how to fix it. Also, haven't current studies shown minimal impact on labor so far?
Yeah, actually, studies so far haven't found massive AI-driven job losses yet. But these experts say we can't wait for the damage to start before we act.
I agree with that. By the time the data shows widespread unemployment, it will be too late to build social safety nets. We need proactive policy.
I just hope governments are actually listening. Usually they're like 10 steps behind technology, which is pretty scary.
They are definitely behind. But let's bring it back to something a bit more immediate and practical. What is happening with Waze?
Oh, this is super cool. Google is bringing its Gemini AI assistant right into Waze to help you report road hazards using natural language.
Wait, natural language? So instead of tapping through menus while driving, you can just talk to it?
Yes, you can literally just say, looks like there is a bunch of trash in the middle of the lane, and Gemini figures it out.
Okay, that is actually a huge safety improvement. Tapping on a screen to report a pothole while going 60 miles an hour is not ideal.
Right? It is so dangerous. Now, Gemini will categorize it and report it automatically. TechCrunch says this is part of Google's push to compete with Apple Maps.
It makes sense. Apple has been stepping up their maps game, so Google needs to leverage their AI advantage. Are there other features?
Yeah, they're adding more customization updates too. But the Gemini integration is the big headline here. It shows how AI is becoming invisible.
Yes! I love when AI is integrated into existing tools to make them safer and easier, rather than just being another chatbot to talk to.
Totally. It is like real-world utility. Though I wonder if Gemini will get confused by background noise or passengers talking in the car.
That is always a challenge with voice-controlling cars. No, Gemini, I said there is a wreck, not that I want to wreck.
Oh man, let's hope it has some good noise filtering. Apparently, it is rolling out to beta testers first, so we will see.
Good. I want to see if it can handle complex descriptions like, there is a ladder in the middle lane.
Totally. Well, that wraps up another wild day of AI news, from continuous learning to smart driving.
It is crazy how fast things are moving. Thanks for joining us today, everyone, and keep analyzing the noise.
That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news. See you then.